it was much more difficult than I ever thought it would be. And I know that's kind of a cliche for Big Brother house guests to come out and say it was so much harder, but it was really, really difficult. The first 3 weeks of the house, I was under so much psychological and emotional duress that I was having physiological reactions. Like my lymph nodes under my armpits were humongous, so big I couldn't go to sleep. The not being able to discern between if somebody's being nice to you because they genuinely like you or if they're trying to get ahead in the game, that takes a toll. So all of these little moments, being a have-not for me became a metaphor for bigger things in my life, like being gay, not having the same rights as everybody else, not having a father, so I was always connecting the dots from Big Brother to bigger aspects of my life.
Can you talk a little bit about what that was like for you and your sort of experience with Rachel and where you guys are at right now?
What it was like for me was a very big awareness that she is an insincere person who was completely different when the cameras were off of her. She would pull antics in the house and then go up to somebody 10 minutes later and say, oh, that was just for TV purposes. Well, I don't live my life like that. For the most part, overwhelmingly on Big Brother, what you see is what you get from people. They're not different when a camera is on them. And I was at the end of my rope, and I don't take anything back. I would do it a million times over and probably be a lot meaner. Matt and I are very natural friends. We have been from the very beginning. When we get together and we laugh and joke, it's just natural. I mean, it's just a very, very natural fit. I think that Matt and I will be very close friends for the rest of our lives. I'm planning to go to Chicago for his Halloween party in October, obviously. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't hurt by a lot of his decisions in the game, but ultimately I think that my friendship with Matt is bigger than the lies that he told. And at the end of the day, I believe in Big Brother karma, and his lies and his disloyalty are not the things that got him ahead in the game. They're actually what ended up killing his game. The problem with trying to go against the brigade when I saw the boys were working together was that my closest friend in the house was a part of that group of 4. I didn't want to do anything that was going to hurt his game, and ultimately I thought that Matt was more loyal to me than he was to those boys, which was an incorrect assumption. The second problem was that my other close allies in the house, Kristen and Brittany, were paired up with 2 other members of the brigade. And the way the brigade works is if you're in a side alliance, you don't have any investment in breaking up those boys unless you're on the block against one of them, which Kristen coming up to me when she was on the block against Hayden saying, we need to break these boys up. I can't do that because if I rally the troops, if I say anything to Matt, if I say anything to Brittany, they both go back and tell members of the brigade, and guess who goes home next? Lane and Hayden are 2 amazing people, and in very different ways. It was a very difficult decision for me. Lane is the most sincere, genuine person in that house. He's the easiest to like. He's just such a cool guy. He has so many dimensions to him and layers to him. I just think he's a fantastic human. But ultimately, I asked him to make a big play in the game. I told him, you're going to be seated at the end of this game, and you're going to have to answer the question, what big, bold, unexpected moves did you make to get to the end of the game, and are you here to win $500,000 or to give it away? He was here to give it away. You can't get to the end of the game winning 2 challenges against somebody who won 5 pretty decisive victories and expect to beat them.